All right, everybody. Welcome again to my channel that has a grand total of, I think, 13 subscribers at the moment. First off, I just want to say I love you, I respect you, and if I need to, I will protect you. I'm going to say that every time I start a video because it's kind of important. Uh, unless you're a hedge fund currently short on AMC stock, in which case I got nothing for you. So, what I just wanted to talk about first and foremost, yes, I have the AMC logo on here, and I'm going to just tell you right out of the gate, I do not work for AMC Theaters. Um, I'm just a little shareholder, just like millions of you. So, uh, purpose of this is just to talk about what a shorted stock is. If you don't know what it is, hopefully give a little bit of education to some investors who may not have made it yet. I see that my green screen is picking up some. There we go. Okay, now everything's covered. So, what is a shorted stock? Here's how Investopedia defines it. Short selling is a fairly simple concept. An investor borrows the stock, sells the stock, and then buys the stock back to return it to the lender. Short sellers are betting that the stock will sell. The stock they sell will drop in price. The difference between the sell price and the buy price is the profit. In other words, if I buy a share of stock for $10, and I borrow that share of stock and immediately sell it, I now have $10 in the bank. Um, if the stock goes down to $1, I buy that share of stock to return it for $1, and I've made a net profit of $9. So, what is a short squeeze? And this is all information I took directly from Investopedia. So, if it's word for word, and yeah, I'm not plagiarizing, I'm sharing information. A short squeeze occurs when a stock or other asset jumps sharply higher, forcing traders who had bet that its price would fall to buy it in order to forestall even greater losses. Their scramble to buy only adds to the upward pressure on the stock's price. Here's where things begin to get interesting. How is the ape army going to create the mother of all short squeezes? Well, we hold. That's how we do it. Hodl, whatever you want to call it. Why do we even want to make this happen aside from creating generational wealth? Obviously, that's the most important part. Citadel went into a tailspin that Ken Griffin, the founder of Citadel Securities, described as incredibly humiliating, losing $8 billion of his clients' money in 2008 alone. Without the government bailout, AIG would not have been able to pay Citadel's loans back, and Griffin's company would likely have failed as well. Here's a picture of these people taunting people who lost everything because of their ineptitude. These are people up in their ivory tower, waving down, laughing at all the people that lost billions of dollars when their funds were being managed by these people. This is why we're upset. This is why we're mad. And this was why we're going to take this opportunity to get even. I made it a little bigger for you. Ha 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 ha. I'm drinking a glass of champagne. And ha ha, look at this dork. Ha ha, I'm going to take a picture of him on my potato phone. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it's real funny, guys. It's real funny until now. All right, why we hodl? That's not a typo, Google. Because these people loathe us. These people have been working hard to keep the middle class firmly in the middle class for their entire careers, demolishing any hope for generational wealth for hundreds of thousands of investors. This is huge for me. In 2008, Citadel Securities got a $200 million bailout directly from the American taxpayer to stave off his company's imminent destruction. To put that into perspective, Ken Griffin, the founder of Citadel Securities, just paid $238 million for a new penthouse apartment bought with the blood, sweat, and tears of the American taxpayer, helping to keep his broken company afloat. He has a personal net worth of roughly $10 billion. His company would have ceased to exist in 2008 had it not been for the federal government bailout. In other words, we invested in his company and he does not invest in us. The American taxpayer paid to keep their company in existence. This is what gets me. This is why I'm upset about it. And this is why I'm going to be loud and excited and having the time of my life when I'm collecting all of their funds into my bank account and watching all of the rest of their funds filter into all of your bank accounts, because they literally took American taxpayer dollars, and now the man's buying $238 million penthouse apartments while shorting stocks of American institutions like AMC Theaters. How many shares of AMC stock are currently shorted? As of right now, approximately 94 million shares of AMC stock are shorted, which is a pretty insane number given that there are only 450 million shares of AMC stock that are supposed to even exist. Adam Aron, CEO of AMC Theaters, recently said that as of mid-March 2021, there were approximately 3.2 million retail investors that own some portion of AMC stock. So let's do some math on that. If the average retail investor owns just 100 shares, and all signs point to that being a very conservative number, and that's true, that means that retail investors own upwards of 300 million shares of AMC stock. Institutional investors, according to FinTel, own approximately 113 million shares of AMC stock. So let's do a little bit of quick math here. 94 plus 300, that's 394, plus 113 million, that's over 500 million shares of stock. But there's only 450 million. What? What could possibly be going on there? What is a naked short? Here's what's going on here. Naked shorting is the illegal practice of short selling shares that have not been affirmatively determined to exist. Ordinarily, traders must borrow a stock or determine that it can be borrowed before they sell it short. Naked shorting refers to short pressure on a stock that may be larger than the tradable shares in the market. Despite being made illegal after the 2008 to 2009 financial crisis, naked shorting continues to happen because of loopholes in rules and discrepancies between paper and electronic trading systems. Copied and pasted this directly from Investopedia. I'm not plagiarizing, I'm providing information. What does all of that mean? Well, that means that it appears that there are literally hundreds of millions, if not billions, of shares of stock that have been manufactured by hedge funds that are desperately attempting to short sell their way out of imminent insolvency. What this means is that in order for these short investors to remain in legal compliance with short selling laws, they are going to be required to purchase shares of stock at whatever the market value is. More than a few of the gurus that I've interacted with have indicated to me that they are 100% certain that there are at least triple the number of shorted shares that do not exist that are going to have to be paid for. And guess who owns those shares? We do. Retail investors. The Guerrilla Gang. The Ape Army. Citadel. And the rest of you. We're coming for you. Buy AMC stock. Hodl it. At some point, and probably very, very soon, the companies holding all of these synthetic shorted shares are going to be legally compelled to fill their orders with tangible, literal shares. Those of us who have tangible retail shares will be able to effectively set our own price. That number could be staggering. 100,000, 500,000. The sky is the limit for as long as we are willing to hold and literally squeeze the price higher. Hold your stock. Watch your portfolio soar into 6, 7, or 8 digits, and let's all have a fat party in Vegas. I live in Vegas. I have the contacts. I know all the people. I'll make it happen. We'll coordinate it. Just disclaimer, one more time. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a dumb ape that just learned how to read and write with a crayon. Don't do anything you don't want to do. I'm not telling you to do anything. I am not an expert. We're coming for those tendies, Citadel and the rest of you. It's just a matter of time. Not just Citadel. You're all painted into a corner. We know who you are. We know what you're doing. We see what's happening. We see the share counts. We're going to really see here on June 2nd with the share count how absolutely demolished you're about to be. And I hope you start covering and just let this squeeze happen before that date comes. Maybe you can avoid going to jail for naked short selling. So it's been good talking to you. I'm sorry for the potato vision. I don't know what's going on with the focus on my phone. Yes, I'm using Droid Cam right now, but it was good to see you. I hope that this has been educational for some of you. I hope it's been helpful. And if nothing else, I hope it gets you excited, and I hope it gets you buying a few shares of AMC stock come Monday morning. Today is 5/16/2021. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I can tell you that I'm loading up a few more shares tomorrow morning because I think this is going to be popping off really quick here. If we hit 1450, according to all the guys that are much smarter than myself, the Treys and the Matt Kors of the world, I think that's when things start to really blast off. Shout out to all of you. Love you. It was really good to talk to you today, and more to come. Talk to you soon.